you see a lot of people?
Yeah, I work with a lot of.
How did you become a rabbi? May I ask a weird question?
No, it's a great question. Lots of people ask me that.
What prompted you?
I love teaching and I love meeting with people. I love singing. I love
Yes, sing it.
I sing. And that's what I'm doing here tonight. The rabbi for the synagogue, Diana Bursko, she's going to be in it. But I'm just here for the Shabbat. I'm filling in for.
Are you a regular here or?
I teach here. I teach emerging studies class here. So, and that's really mostly all I do here. I'm a Ukrainian rabbi, and so I work in lots of different.
Sounds about a woman rabbi, so it makes it just so.
Yeah. I know. Something, lots of people ask me.
Well, usually the old tradition is usually male, right?
Yeah, like in Orthodox Judaism, it's really only.
To this day, at least, they more modern.
There's more modern, sort of like about 10 years ago, maybe, they infused like one group of Orthodox community that ordained as rabbis.
The times changing. What's the difference between reform and progressive?
So progressive is like a label that sort of is an umbrella term for both Reform Judaism and conservative Judaism, rabbinical instructions. And then each of those denominations are more specific and more particular. Like progressive versus orthodox, for example, orthodox you have like so you have like different sects that are orthodoxy or different.
So progressive
No, like reform is the type of progressive Judaism. Yeah. Oh, that's right.
I go to Shabbat a lot before my election. A lot of Shabbat because they're thinking like so much. So like when I go there, when a younger generation, they were not necessarily looking traditional. I think it brings more culture.
Yeah, I think lots of people find their way to Judaism through different.
It's a beautiful religion, I think.
It's a great religion. We got lots of good wisdom too.
Even Christianity, the first half of it is based on Old Testament, which is Torah.
Yeah, Torah is the first Bible, the Bible, the Hebrew Bible. And Christianity, thinks of the Hebrew Bible as being part of their standard text too. So there's a lot of.
Well, a lot of Christians don't say they find it. They see themselves in that Jewish
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ידעי 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 ידעי. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ידעי 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 ידעי.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So I wanted to start our Shabbat worship tonight with a story, which is by someone we called Hame'eri, who talked about a section of Talmud called Brachot. And he said there is a story of a Hasidic rabbi and a conversation he had with his student. Rabbi Israel of Rizkin once asked a student how many sections there were in the Shulchan Aruch, a code of Jewish law. The student answered, 4. What? Asked the rabbi. Don't you know the 5th section? And the student said, but there is no 5th section. Well, the rabbi answered, there is. And it says, always treat a person like a mensch. The person standing next to me tonight lives by that teaching. She always treats others like a mensch because she is one. This is Rabbi Jessica Lenza. Some of you may know her as the teacher of the Village Temple Conversion Studies class, but I am lucky enough to know her as a friend and colleague, and she's amazing because she actually started as a cantorial student. So we've never led a service together. Bear with us as we iron this out. But it's really our honor to have her here on the bima with us tonight. And I urge you to say hi afterwards at the Oneg/whiskey tasting. And with that spirit of menschlichkeit and collegiality, we bring in the light of Shabbat into our souls with the lighting of Shabbat candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
Amen, amen. We begin our worship on page 12 of our Siddur. Lechu neranana ladonai. Come, let us sing with great joy to God.
Lechu neranana ladonai nariya letzur yishenu. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena ladonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena ladonai. Naria, naria, litzur yishenu, nekadma fanav betoda. Naria, naria, litzur yishenu, בזמירות נריע לו, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. נריע, נריע לצור ישנו, לקדמה פניו בתודה. נריע, נריע לצור ישנו, בזמירות נריע לו.
This may be a new melody for you. We're on the bottom of page 13. Yismechu Hashamayim.
ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירם הים ומלוא. ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירם הים ומלוא. Yamamamai, mamai, yamamamai, mamai, yamamamai, 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 mamai, yamamamai, mamai, yamamamai, mamai, yamamamai, 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 mamai, yamamamai, mamai, yamamamai, mamai, yamamamai, 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 mamai, yamamamai, mamai, yamamamai, mamai, yamamamai, 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 mamai. We are singing Zamru Ladonai on page 16. Zamru Ladonai bechinor, bechinor b'kol zimra, bechatzotzrot v'kol shofar. Hariu lifnei hamelech Adonai, Yiram hayam umlo, tevel veyoshveva, neharot yimcha uchaf, yachad yarim neranenu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. We continue with Lecha Dodi on page 20. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yadadai yadadai pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, hishmianu el hamyuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shemo tiferet ve'litila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ידדי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם יזכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ידדי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ידדי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ידדי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ידדי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ידדי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, ידדי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. ידדי, 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 ידדי,
Now that we've welcomed Shabbat, let's welcome each other. Stand up, make a new friend, introduce yourself, greet an old friend, welcome each other. So just
too loud.
Lay off a bit.
Got it. Sure, I'll just move away.
What? We continue our worship on page 22 with Psalm 92, Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, באמונתך בלילות, עלי אסור בעלי נבל, עלי היגיון בחינות. Shabbat tov leodot l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Magadlu ma'asecha מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מה גדלו מעשיך מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך.
Shabbat Shalom. This week in Torah, we read about the plague of darkness. The plagues are thought to get increasingly worse as they progress, and darkness, as you may know, is the 9th plague, just before the death of the firstborn. God says to Moses, "Hold your hand to the sky that there may be darkness upon the land of Egypt, a darkness that can be touched." And Moses held out his arm toward the sky, and thick darkness depended upon all the land of Egypt for 3 days. People could not see one another. For 3 days, no one could move about. What do you make of it? Why was darkness the 9th plague, the second to worse? Worse than boils and lice and frogs and the Nile turning to blood? Biblical scholars point out that it was to show what God, Adonai, Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, our God, that God was greater than any Egyptian god, particularly Re, the god of the sun. But I think that's a little boring of an interpretation. And I think maybe there are deeper implications to the plague of darkness. The Italian medieval commentator Sforno wrote that generally, darkness is merely the absence of light and can be dispelled by lighting a fire. But this darkness was so thick it could be touched. It was a darkness of a deeper nature. Darkness of a deeper nature. There's a lot of physicality to the previous plagues. External pain. The itchiness of lice, the pain of boils, the disturbance of hail coming from the skies. But this plague is so much deeper because it's an internal plague. It's about psychological terror, or maybe about depression, or maybe about a worldview that is so devastated it disallows one person from seeing another. Darkness is the second to worst plague because it's a plague that attacks the internal existence of being a human. It's a plague that paralyzes us from the inside out. And it's long been discussed in our tradition. The rabbis ask, with what are the wicked covered in Gehenna? Gehenna is like an underworld, a bad afterlife place in the rabbinic mind. They say that Gehenna is not filled with fire or flooding or evil or mystical creatures, but rather that bad place is filled with darkness. The prophet Isaiah wrote that the wicked, their deeds are in the dark, and the book of Genesis reminds us that darkness is on the surface of the depths right from the beginning. We even read in a midrash that Torah says twice that the darkness lasted for 3 days. It says that there were actually 2 periods of darkness, each 3 days long, and explains for the first 3 days, it was a darkness that made it impossible for people to see. For the second 3 days, the darkness was so overwhelming that it wasn't even possible to move. People were stuck in the same position for the entirety of those days. This explains why one of God's very first acts was to separate light from darkness, to make day and night. and we in our time must try and do the same. As we kindle the Shabbat lights, we consider, what can we do, even in the darkest of plagues, to bring more light into our own hearts? What are the things that bring us joy and hope and optimism? And what can we do to send that light outward and to brighten things for someone else? For me, when darkness creeps in, I am grateful for the capacity of human creativity, for art and poetry and song and ways that we can express ourselves beyond words. Because this darkness of the spirit and of the soul is something we must fight against relentlessly. Our tradition has always understood how deep and dangerous it can be. So I pray that we, like our Israelite forebearers, move away from this plague of darkness and cross the sea into the light of true freedom. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will. Shabbat Shalom. We continue our worship with the Baruch Hu on page 28. Please rise.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokhmah potech sharim, uvitvuna mishanei itim umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim v'mishmoroteim barakia kirtzono, b'rayom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or.
Umavir yom umevir laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El Chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, hamariv aravim. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Alekeinu Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbeinu, uvkumeinu nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratcha, uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla, ve'ahavatcha al tasir, mimenu leolamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Yai lai lai and lai la da 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 yai da 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 yai da 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 yai da 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 da. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neda b'kodesh, nora tehillodo sefele, nora tehillodo sefele. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקי הים לבני משה ומרים, זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. We continue with Hashkivenu on page 42. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom, vehamidenu shomrenu lechayim. Ufros alenu sukat shlomecha, ufros alenu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, guide wrong from right. Amen. 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 V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Please rise. Nai 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 Adonai. Yana nai 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 sifatai tiftach. Yana nai 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 ufi agid. Ufi agid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer, Umushia Umagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Vezrat Sarah. Ata Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Ata Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechalkei Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayim emunato lishenei afar, Micha mocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melach, Melech memit umechayei, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman ata lachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei HaKol. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue with silent prayer.
לפניך, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, וגואלי, וגואלי ורצון אמרי פי, אמרי פי, והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי, אדוני
We mark over 100 days of the captives at this point, and with particular sadness, we mark the first birthday of the youngest hostage, Kfir Bibas. We offer our prayers for the redemptions of the captives. Our God, the one who raised Joseph up from the pit, be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Send complete rescue and full redemption to all those held captive by our enemies. Strengthen their spirits and bring them our prayers that they may be protected from all harm. Implant understanding in the heart of our enemies that they may return the captives in wholeness of body and spirit. Grant wisdom to the Israel Defense Forces that they may secure freedom for the captives without loss of life. Grant strength of spirit and courage of heart to all the sons and daughters of Avram and Sarah to release bonds of captivity and allow us all to live in freedom. As the Psalms say, they shall call upon me, and I will answer them. I will be with them in distress. I will rescue them and honor them. And together we say, Amen. We turn now to Mishaberach, our prayer for healing of the body, mind, spirit. If there's somebody you would like to make such a prayer for, please share their names with us now. Mishaberach Avotinu v'Imotinu, Avraham, Yitzhak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leahu, Yivarech et HaCholim. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And together we say, Amen.
Mishaberach Avotinu mekor habracha ve'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
So we have a fun tradition at the Village Temple, which is to take this time in our service to honor smachot, happy things, and we need them. So think, while I'm talking for a moment, about something you would maybe be willing to share with us, something good you've seen in the world, in your life this past week. I have a Post-it note here, so I'm going to go first. And it says, Harriet Zimmer, who many of you know is our oldest member, our wisest member, and perhaps our most optimistic member, is turning 105 tomorrow.
That's amazing.
So, Harriet, we're with you. We're thinking of you, and Yom Huledet Sameach, may it be a birthday filled with joy. Others? Jerry, go ahead.
Two things. One is after 35 years, we decided to move, go to a new apartment, which has been wonderful. And probably a little bit more important, as Arthur would say, I've had the privilege of being married to the young lady of my life for 18,262 days, including leap days, and which is equivalent to 50 years.
Wow. Mazel tov.
That is truly amazing. We wish you a deeply happy anniversary, and we have a lot to learn from you. Mazel tov. Other good news? Yeah, Sam.
My niece Naomi was born today.
Oh, Mazel tov. Beautiful name. Anything else anyone wants to share? Yes, Bob.
We all can celebrate. We finally had an inch of snow.
They kept promising that.
Well, we've been praying for rain all this time, and alas, we got a version of it. We continue our service on page 282 with Aleinu. Please rise.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotze breshit, shehu sot velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, v'gor aleinu k'chol hamonam, v'anachnu kor'im u'mishtachavim v'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Shehu notei shamayim ve'yosed haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim ima'ah, u'shchinatu zo begovhei meromim, hu Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu efes ulato, kakatu b'torato, v'yadata yom v'hashevota elevavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ ועל הארץ מתחתן עוד. ואמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
As we approach Kaddish, we call to mind those who are gathered with us through the blessings of memory. We mourn the recent passing of Leslie Levine. We observe the yahrzeits of Jesse Kaplan, Fred Richter, Sharon Lawyer, Anna Kestenbaum, Selma Simon, and David Seidman. Are there additional names? We rise for Kaddish, page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, bi'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayochon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithalev v'yithalal shmei d'kudesha baruchu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiram bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'el kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'imrama hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'el kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to Israel and to us all, and together we say, Amen.
Osei shalom b'imromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'el kol Yisrael v'yimeru amen.
Please be seated as we welcome Jill Wilkinson, our co-president, to the Bima for announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Rabbi, Dan, and thank you all for being here. Just a couple of announcements. Let's see. Well, first of all, 50 years, and I get why you're here for the whiskey tasting. Coming up on the 30th, we have the religious school curriculum night. So come and learn all about what the kids are learning. And then we have adult education the rabbi is going to be conducting with essential stories from the Talmud. And then on February 2nd, we have the Refugee Shabbat. So do come for that. And if you have vintage photos of relatives who have emigrated here to the U.S., there will be a slideshow. Just take a photo of your photo and send the name of the folks in the photo, where they came from, the date, and email it to Rachel Gluby. And then coming up on the 9th, we have our Jazz Shabbat, which is always great. And the Israel trip. So there's been a couple of emails about the Israel trip. Registration is due by the 2nd, right? Okay. And I hope you'll join us. It's going to be a meaningful trip to bear witness, to talk to people there on the ground with varying viewpoints of what's happening, and to help. And it was interesting this week. I was in a meeting. I'm on the board of my daughter's Hillel at her school, and we had a board meeting this week, and one of the board members lives in Israel. So he gave us his, just his perspectives on what's happening in there. And what really stood out to me was what he shared, which was how united the country has become. which is natural in times of war. And it just made me want to be there even more. And it makes me want to be there, especially with my congregation, people that I've been with for years and years and years. We've seen our kids grow up together in the synagogue. So I hope you'll join us if you can. The dates are March 21st through the 29th. That's right, okay. And so if you're able to join or interested in joining, just make sure you register by the 2nd. Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
We close our service with words of blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace.
Osei shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you so much for having me here.